So KSI made a tweet yesterday allegedly accusing a YouTube employee of stealing all of the gift cards off of his latest You Laugh, You Lose video, which was over $10,000. He said that the video had to go for review. The only people that had watched it was him and Mo. It got reviewed, and then he got emails that all of his Amazon gift cards had been activated and taken. This is one of the wildest things I've ever heard, and I've not seen many other videos covering it yet. I assume there's going to be plenty, unless some information comes out that somehow it was unlisted on a playlist or some way somebody else accessed it. The problem is, I don't know if there's any way to really prove that it was YouTube other than saying, hey, me and Mo watched it, and they watched it, and that's it. But yo, I don't even know if this is like illegal. If anybody out there knows more about the laws and stuff like that, please chime in down in the comments. I want to say it might just be more an ethical thing. However, I mean, if it turns out that that's what it was, he needs to be removed from YouTube. This also brings about a lot of questions. And if I was YouTube, I'd be very, very, very upset. And if they can, I'd be going about legal action towards this employee, because all of us as creators have to look at that now and say, okay, cool, he stole money, but does this not mean that there's other weird things that go on amongst the review policy team and stuff when it comes to ad suitability, when it comes to age restriction? I personally just ran across this. Shout out to Gideon. I'm not making this a black and white thing. Gideon's darker than me, but he's a big channel. And he just dropped a video called The Time That Gideon Got Knocked Out. It's a whole video of him and a bunch of people backyard boxing, and it ends with Gideon getting knocked out. I did a reaction to the clip of just Gideon boxing. As soon as I uploaded my video, it got hit with an age restriction. I go look at Gideon's video. No age restriction. Now, I'm not trying to snitch and get his video age restricted, but I have to now use his video in my appeal as my reason. Like, hey, the original video on YouTube has over 500,000 views. I assume you guys have seen it. It's not age restricted. I'm only using a clip of it, so I'm going to guess that this was a mistake. They came back to me within 10 minutes and said, nope, we are going to keep this. Your video definitely violates it. It's going to stay with the age restriction. Gideon's days later, still no age restriction. I mean, I'm happy his doesn't. I want him to make his money, grow, do his thing. I just thought that they would be like, oh, you're right, this was a mistake. Yours doesn't deserve it either. But that's not the case. As a smaller creator, I have no say. I don't have a YouTube rep I can reach out to. I don't have any of that. Now, KSI is a monstrous creator. So I don't know what somebody was thinking. They're trying to take anything from him and think that there will not be repercussions, because I feel like he is going to go hard for this. However, maybe he ends up dropping it because there's not much he could do. But that's scary to me, because this to me sets a weird precedent that there are weird things happening at YouTube. So if this is true, because this is all alleged, obviously, there's no proof of this, but if this is true, like I said, again, it's scary. It just makes you wonder, like, what other biases, what other weird things are happening amongst these people that review videos and stuff. I just feel like YouTube needs to do an investigation into the whole policy review team. They need to figure out what's happening, because there's a lot of stuff and people have been pointing out over the past year or two, the Corey Kenshin situation with Markiplier. Like, there's just a lot of things. I don't believe that it falls down to, oh, YouTube is corrupt. I think that there's probably just a few bad apples, just like there is at any company. But unfortunately, when they're in that position, they make the entire company look bad. Because we're looking at YouTube like, why are you doing this and that? Why are you allowing this? Like, they have a very powerful position. So I don't know what's going on, but something needs to be done if that's the case. Again, this is all alleged. I don't know for sure. KSI obviously did not prove it, but he just says based on what he knows, this seems to be the case. So I guess we'll let it play out. I'm nervous to even put this video out. I don't want to get got, like, putting a video out on YouTube about something bad potentially happening at YouTube, because I love YouTube. They've changed my life. YouTube is one of the greatest platforms, if not the greatest platform, in my opinion, that's ever been created. However, just like with any company or business, bad people can get hired, and they can do horrible things like this. And if this was the case, and this actually did happen, I'd like to believe that YouTube will rectify the situation. They will make it right, because, it's YouTube, and I love YouTube, and I like to believe in good things. So with that said, comment below. Let me know what you think. This is all wild to me. I will update you guys if I hear more information, but I'll catch you next video, homies.